The night sky appears calm, a vast sea of stars twinkling in silence, beautiful, harmless. But beyond the thin veil of air that shields Earth, the universe is anything but peaceful. Space is a graveyard of worlds, planets stripped by radiation, crushed by gravity, drowned beneath toxic clouds, or frozen in darkness so absolute that sunlight itself begins to fade. Every planet tells a story of survival or failure, every orbit a warning. The deeper the journey into the solar system, the harsher the truth becomes. Let's start at the edge of the sun. Mercury, the closest planet to our star, is a world of extremes, trapped in a fiery, crushing grip. From its surface, the sun looms massive, 3 times larger than it looks from Earth, a blazing ball of fire hanging in a black sky. By day, temperatures soar above 400 degrees Celsius, enough to melt lead. But Mercury's torment has a second face. At night, with almost no atmosphere to hold the heat, the temperature plunges to nearly minus 180 degrees Celsius. Life here would swing endlessly between being burned alive and frozen solid, trapped in a world that never rests beneath the star that created it. If Mercury is suffering, Venus is hell itself. At first glance from space, it looks almost like Earth. Similar size, similar shape, similar gravity, but appearances deceive. Venus is the universe's warning. Its clouds hide an atmosphere so thick it would crush a human instantly. Sulfuric acid rains down from the sky, and surface temperatures reach nearly 500 degrees Celsius, hotter than Mercury, not because Venus is closer to the sun, but because its world has become a furnace, trapping heat until everything was destroyed. Nothing survives here. No oceans, no rain, no wind carrying life, only rock, pressure, and endless heat beneath a sky no human could ever see clearly. Venus is what happens when a planet loses control of its own climate. Then there is Earth, fragile, improbable, a tiny miracle suspended in darkness. From space, our atmosphere looks almost invisible, a paper-thin shield protecting every forest, every ocean, every city, every heartbeat. Everything we know, everything we love exists beneath this delicate layer of air. One failure, and the void would swallow it all. Beside us drifts the moon, silent, scarred, ancient. Its surface bears the marks of billions of years of collisions, reminders of a violent past. The moon is not dead, it is proof of what Earth survived. And then there's Mars, the red dream of humanity. But Mars is not waiting for us. It is the corpse of a world that may once have lived. Billions of years ago, rivers may have carved its valleys, oceans may have filled its basins. Then Mars lost something essential. Its core cooled, its magnetic field collapsed. Without protection, the sun's radiation slowly stripped away its atmosphere, leaving a barren, lifeless desert beneath alien skies.
Mars is not just a cold, lifeless rock, it is a warning, a vision of a world that once might have lived and then lost everything. Today it is a frozen desert, drenched in radiation. Olympus Mons towers nearly 3 times higher than Mount Everest. Dust storms sweep across continents, relentless and unyielding, while the thin atmosphere struggles to hold even a trace of warmth. Life here would be impossible, yet the planet tells a story of what might have been. Beyond Mars lies a belt of ancient fragments circling the sun. Some are tiny, no larger than a city. Others stretch hundreds of kilometers, silent relics of planets that never fully formed. They drift in the darkness, witnesses to a violent birth of the solar system, a graveyard of worlds still moving through space. And beyond them waits something colossal, Jupiter, the true giant of the solar system. More than 1,000 Earths could fit inside it, and the planet would barely notice. There is no ground, no surface to stand upon, only endless layers of clouds plunging toward a hidden, crushing core. Deep inside, hydrogen is compressed into liquid metal, a world of pressures beyond imagination. Above it, storms rage without end. The Great Red Spot, a cyclone wider than Earth, has swirled for centuries, a reminder that Jupiter is not just a planet, it is a force of nature older than humanity, and it will outlast us all. Saturn appears calm from a distance, a pale golden sphere wrapped in delicate rings, but beauty is deceptive. Those rings are not solid. They are countless fragments of ice and rock whirling at incredible speeds, circling the planet like a storm of blades. Deep beneath the clouds, lightning flashes with energies thousands times stronger than those on Earth, and at its north pole, a massive hexagonal storm spins endlessly, a puzzle no human has yet solved. The farther we journey, the stranger the solar system becomes. Beyond Saturn, sunlight grows faint, and the sun loses its dominance. In the cold darkness drifts Uranus, a planet unlike any other. Long ago, something violent struck it with such force that the planet toppled onto its side, spinning like a rolling wheel through space, a silent reminder of the chaos that shaped our cosmic neighborhood. Uranus drifts through space on its side, like a world that lost its balance and never recovered. One half of the planet can spend decades locked in endless night, while the other slowly turns toward a distant, fading sun. Its skies are made of hydrogen, helium, and methane, cold, thin, and lifeless. Temperatures fall so low they approach the edge of what physics allows. Uranus does not feel like a living world. It feels like something left behind, slowly spinning at the edge of light, forgotten by time itself. Farther out sits Neptune, the final giant before the emptiness of interstellar space begins. The sun here is just a weak point of light, barely stronger than a distant star. Everything should be quiet, still, dead. But Neptune refuses to be calm.
Its atmosphere is alive with chaos. Winds scream across the planet at more than 2,000 kilometers per hour, the fastest ever recorded in the solar system. Storms rise and vanish in the dark, dragging frozen methane clouds across a world that barely sees daylight. Neptune exists in a strange in-between state, where nothing is warm, yet nothing is truly still. It is a planet of permanent storms, moving endlessly through deep cold. And then comes the edge. Beyond Neptune, the solar system begins to break apart into darkness and distance. Here drift the dwarf planets, Pluto, Eris, Haumea, Makemake, small frozen worlds that move in silence, far from anything familiar. On Pluto, the sun is no brighter than a streetlight seen from far away on Earth. Its surface is locked in ice, so old it remembers no warmth, no rivers, no movement. These are worlds where change almost never happens, where time stretches so far it becomes hard to measure. No life builds cities here, nothing grows. Only frozen landscapes and endless quiet remain. Beyond this point, the solar system no longer feels like a place. It becomes emptiness, a wide, dark ocean with no shores, stretching farther than thought can easily follow. Interstellar space begins here, an endless night where even the idea of distance starts to lose meaning. And still, against all of this silence and cold, there is Earth. A thin, fragile layer of air holding back everything the universe can throw at it. A small world that somehow stayed warm enough, stable enough, alive enough for time to grow into something that can think and feel. For now, this tiny blue world continues to breathe in a place that is mostly lifeless, and that makes it rare, more fragile than it looks, more precious than it seems. If this journey changed how you see our place in space, take a moment to share it, subscribe, and stay curious, because the more we understand the universe, the more we understand how extraordinary it is that we are here at all.